Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Hair running? No, they're walking. Me? Oh, where does she come from?
Salve, friend.
Yes, yes. See you later. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Forgotten City. Now, in the last Let's Play, we threaten a person, which is a sin. Now, that I know of now. So it's don't assault, don't threaten, don't kill, I guess. Which means that one lady, I don't know, disappeared. He can run for office, or wants to prevent bad things from happening. What else? Oh yeah, we found out the corpse up there. The ruler leader runs up here and says a prayer, and then comes a corpse. Okay. We just need to make sure there's anything interesting before we start talking to people.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
The
They
Cowden
follow
want.
their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
I wish I had a board somewhere I could be like, okay, Lulia and Upulus. Next page. Ah, she's a terrible person. Well, we've already got one of those. What's the other item there?
Vote for Malleon. You stay away from my money. Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
Was that because I was upstairs?
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
Huh.
Ixion turns.
Seems like facing doesn't seem to be a problem now. Maybe I just need to restart my computer.
The 49 melodies fetch.
So if I just go up this way?
Incessant labor. The water they have lost.
Hemlock.
Do us all a favour.
Because I thought she was down DTF. It's weird that she all of a sudden's like, you know what? No. I should try and read. It is kind of funny that they don't turn their head when you're looking directly at them, but then they just go ever so slightly. Right, the phallic. I don't know why ink jars are listed as a thing. Right, I should probably talk to the lady. Nothing particularly interesting in here.
Help! You have to... Thank you. I have... What?
What if I die if I go in here? Oh, you can't see that save icon. And that's why you do that. I just had to know. I mean, when you're Groundhog Daying this... Might as well. Would that count as killing them? Okay, who are you? Have we met him?
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Just in case he has a bow. Okay, but where'd he go? He's in bright blue colors. How did he get far? Who is this guy?
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Tell us the tale.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
Cart.
course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess you realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Commiserations?
Thank you, friend. But it turns out
I don't know
might
what that
be a
word
stroke
meant.
of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking. I'm afraid not. Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though.
Right.
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk. Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet. Thank you, friend. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Not going to happen. Very well. Another time.
Press X, does that get me anywhere? No? Okay. Is this guy somebody else? Yeah.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads. Same way as everyone else. Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious? Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now. If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either. None of your business. Introiti ipsam commensula. If we have to. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation? I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Yeah. I lived through a pandemic.
Ah, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away from being
Is
wiped
this
out,
made around COVID?
like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned. I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it. Of course I am. Malleolus. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. Whatever.
Okay. Well, it do be like that. Sometimes.
Greetings and salutations.
Ah, there's things in the way. You.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in
He
our
looks
midst.
familiar for some reason.
We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
Like he would be a
Leather
used
boots
car
in place of
salesman?
Sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
Brooklyn.
Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
I think at the 23rd minute
My
mark-ish,
story?
we're going
What
to
kind of
start the
you
election
ask?
so I can at least see
I am a
it.
tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Sure.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
I was kind of thinking that was a thing.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Fire, a river, all that.
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger.
It's
I went
very
find
easy to
firewood
drown.
for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Shh! Not so loud. What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story. Aha, you are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place.
Huh.
And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Simple.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
Yeah.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
If they don't fall on you.
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Would you like a kebab, my friend?
This part of my shop is off limits, even for you, my sartorial friend.
And look in your chest. I just want to look over there. Which is kind of weird that, you know, they have off-limits areas, even though it's like, what am I going to do, steal it?
What are you waiting for?
Oh yeah, I guess we could actually help him look for a guy. Are you talkable? No? Okay, what about you?
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumbulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Who's Dacius?
It's too late. She just slipped away. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the Golden Rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetic tutor and scratching his eyes out. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Well, I've been shot by golden arrows, and that doesn't seem to really affect me too much. It takes about 1/3 of my health.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yeah, hope so. God usually just says better luck next time.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. Ah, that terrible shame what happened to Yulia. But we just have to carry on, don't we? Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
It's a good thing.
Concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years? Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands. She claimed the statue was whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again.
Oh, so the one you haven't seen yet, I guess?
Do you want this Silphium or not?
It says for me to take it.
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want? Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one? Nice try. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Very well. Another...
This? Is it that? Is that? Nope.
Get out of here!
Oh. Shh. Oh, that one? How much gold do I have? Well... just buy it. We have plenty gold.
Certainly. Well... don't you...
Yeah, well.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I was thinking about it, but then it's like... well, so that guy runs hard. Yeet. Yeah, it's like, well, we were very close to time. I was like, well, I wanted to test that. I was like, probably should, but test if I could jump on the thing. But, yeah. And it's going to be the end of this Let's Play. I'd like to thank you all for watching. please comment, guys, like, comment, like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like the group, then please like, subscribe, and share the videos epic and please don't spend any arms to control the pit population. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix, of Garden City. So thanks and see ya.